Hey y'all, welcome back to Tokyo Dark. Today I'm gonna record two episodes to make up for the lost time of last episode week. The details are always hazy in a dream. All of a sudden the face of person all of a sudden the face of person you were talking to changes. Or you might go from being in your old elementary school to the street with your favorite bar in the blink of an eye. But in the dream it doesn't matter. There's no logic because it's a dream. The world has its own rules, and you accept them without thinking about why. Only when you wake up that you realize all the little details were so wrong. How did I not see it the first time I was here? Nothing here makes sense, because the dark doesn't follow our rules. Look around you. Interesting, isn't it? The way the mind twists itself into knots to see what it desires. I know this place. I remember it. This conversation, you, everything. What should I call you? Collector never really made much sense to me. Call me whatever you want. It doesn't matter. I've never had a need for a name. I must say, Detective, you seem remarkably lucid. How many times have we had this conversation before, I wonder? I'm not sure. Once. At least once we know of. What's happening to me? Have I gone back? I did say we would meet again, but what you said would be impossible. The world has rules, after all. You did not go back. Simply come here again. In doing so, you have finally paid back your debt to me in full. I'm grateful. Really, I am. You did not disappoint. Only now I know how you want this to play out. This time, there'll be no questions, no getting into my head. You won't trick me again. Trick you? How did I trick you, detective? Whatever this is, the reason I'm experiencing this again has to do with you, doesn't it? You're mistaken. I don't have that kind of power. I've only ever tried to help you. You came to me seeking your precious Tanaka, the truth, a girl that you pitied and hated in equal measure. I gave you a path to all of them. Understanding the trauma of a young girl's mind gave you the lens necessary to see the dark's shape. The mask, as I instructed you, was a tool to find your lost Tanaka. No trick. You neglected to mention certain details. They were unnecessary for your progress. It isn't fair. I feel like I'm trapped in my own body watching myself make the same mistakes all over again. Every time I think, remember the past and see a way out, it slips away, and I go back to the same path I've already been on. I'm afraid the human mind is ill-equipped for such memories. It changes nothing. Every action, every reaction has already been decided for you. The universe, the flow of time, your puppet masters, whatever you wish to call them, have scripted your choices before you even existed. Frustrating, isn't it? One way or another, this has to end. I see, I see. A typical response, and a boring one. Why must everything be tidily arranged into a beginning, middle, and end? I think you're seeing it incorrectly. Resisting the flow and coming back to me is no failure. No, quite the opposite. You must understand there is no right choice that will grant you an escape. All options available to you are merely dissonance, mudding the melody of a song that has already played. Continuing to resist the inevitable final note is a truly unique talent, an opportunity not many possess. There are no happy endings, Detective. Only two possibilities. Resist, or become a slave to your destiny. A slave? What are you talking about? The Kamenkai had noble goals, but by containing the corruption of the divine, they let it breed. The dark has been without a true master for some time, as you know. For now, anyway. Something is coming. The dark. Whatever's coming, none of it has anything to do with me. Exactly. Why submit to a fate that you are not invested in? Your exposure to the mask, an item wrought of the same energy as the door, it treat you to new possibilities. Can't you see? Tell me, as I've always been curious, how does it feel to remember another version of yourself? Does that Ayami Ito feel like a different person? What if that person is more you than you? No, it's not like that. There's only one me, even if... This is absurd, all of it. I sometimes wonder if there's an Ayami out there who never found the mask and shot the girl in Kamakura. An Ayami who's happy. Somehow I doubt that one way or another, the mask ends up with you, and the girl's fate intertwines with yours. You said yourself that I should resist. What's the point if it's inevitable? What's the point? Lifetimes ago, I met another like you. Like you. She was bound to a fate she did not choose. But unlike you, she accepted it. Hatred consumed her and it drove her mad. She lost her humanity. I've devoted my time to understanding your kind, understanding how these ephemeral creatures came to be of such importance. My advice is this: resist. Or it'll flow back to me again. Spend a few final moments as Ayami Ito before you are consumed. I'll make my own path. I don't need you to tell me how to do it. We shall see. I hope we meet again. I love the collector, and I love how much we learn about this whole thing through him. I'm just gonna take a quick stroll, seeing if there are any little cats. The end, the collector's spaceman was stagnant and heavy. If I had stayed any longer, I felt like it may have suffocated me. For the time I was there, the bar faded away into a distant memory. I returned to the surface, put my hand up to shield my eyes from the sunlight, and listened to the people on the street. Their conversations seemed so pointless, part of a world I no longer belonged to. The busy sounds of the streets swept the cobwebs from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I told the collector, and everything he impossibly knew. I heard him so much, but did I have a choice? Maybe he was right, and I was a puppet after all. At that moment it didn't matter. The dark and the mask both belonged to a world I was now part of. Normal methods of investigation wouldn't lead me to them. Countless paths were never too due. They had no choice but to march forward toward the leads I've been given. As I left Akihabara behind, one thing bothered me. How did the collector know so much about me? Was I really so easy to read? Didn't have time to dwell on it. Kazuki and Reina were in the dark. That much had been all but confirmed. And now I had a means, however impossible, to find them. Two paths. Mask and the dark both were necessary in order to make a choice of which to follow first. Chase after talent agency in Tokyo's red light district or back to Kamakura to visit May, the girl I nearly got killed. Neither seemed very appealing. My logical side didn't understand how either would help. But as everything around me cracked and crumbled away, logic didn't matter anymore. I had to choose. Or maybe something would choose for me? Let's go first to the agency this time. I believe last time I checked the other one first. So this time we are changing things a little bit up. The collector mentioned a talent agency by the name of Omega here in Cabo Chico with ties to Reina. Funny thing, he did not mention it. He remembered it apparently, but he didn't mention it. And still, Omega really throws me into the shepherd role of things. Unless there's a big sign advertising it, which I highly doubt, I need to ask around to find it. Based on the dragon motifs and the general vibe around the building, I'd guess this place is no normal bar. Who knows how many other places around the Yakuza have dipped their fingers into. Hey there. Meow. Hey, do you know this area? What? I had a question about... What? Speak up! I can't hear you! The speaker's right there! You're gonna have to talk louder! I'm looking for an agency! You're looking for a vacancy? In what? No, in... You what? I'm looking for information about Omega Talent Agency. Do you know anything? Whoa. I really shouldn't shout things like that around here. Excuse me, miss. We were hoping you might join us next door. Consider it an invitation from an admirer. Besides, it's much nicer venue than this time. Yeah, in fact, we'd be happy to escort you. Who do you think? You're just businessmen doing our business. This time I'm going to be free and see what happens. Take a few steps back, creep. You think I'd go anywhere with you? Yeah, I think you will. Sorry if you're a little too polite before. I wasn't asking your permission. Also, me would be a big mistake. Oh yeah? How'd you figure? Look around. You think anything's gonna help you? Promise you this much. Keep your CS escorting you out of here, and then look the other way. Hell, I could probably break your nose right now, order a drink, and the bartenders bring me that drink before you even dreamed of whipping your blood off the floor. Not that I'm threatening you, understand? Of course not. We wouldn't want you to feel like you're in danger. Now let's go. Funny how this turned out. Welcome. Come in. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kazumi Mifune. I appreciate you coming by to talk. Your fox didn't give me much of an option. How you think you are calling me a thug? You're a businessman, you got that? Oh, I've got it alright, but don't think that dressing in a suit makes you any less of a thug. Say another word, you cop bitch. Enough! You say another word and I'll make you wish you hadn't. Now get out, both of you. Yes, boss. My apologies, the quality of help you can find these days isn't quite up to the standard that it was in my father's time. Wild dogs can be difficult to train, but they'll come around. even if I have to beat it into them. Sit down, relax. Can I get you a drink? Someone get her a glass and one for me as well. Why don't we skip the small talk and you tell me why I'm here? I'm getting to that. Seems you're a woman who doesn't like to waste time. Good. As luck would have it, neither am I. Let's get right to it. A short while ago, a couple of men downstairs ran up to tell me you, a cop, had walked past my bar and into one of my nightclubs. And I hear you've been sniffing around, asking about one of my investments. Investments? You mean Omega? Smart girl. Tell me, Ayami Itu, why is it that a cop is going around asking pointed questions like that? More curious still, not just any cop, but a publicly shamed cop on leave. A shamed cop who has a history. How did I word it? Ah, yes, a history of psychotic episodes. Exclamation mark! How do you know all that? How do you think she knows all that? You all have friends, Detective Ito. When detectives are wandering around my part of the city, my friends tell me everything I want to know. Honestly, you don't seem all that crazy to me. Masuba, you're after Omega. Let's say you piqued my interest. Sorry, look at us. You said no small talk, and here we are off in the bushes somewhere. Let's get back on track, shall we? As you're not acting in any official capacity, it's safe to say that no one knows you're here, correct? No, I suppose they don't. In your position, I might have tried to lie. I appreciate the honesty. It was a rhetorical question anyway. I know for a fact there's no one coming for you. Funny. You don't strike me as a stupid type, and yet you've willingly entered the den of vipers. If you held your neck, staying on your shoulders, surely you wouldn't do something so reckless. You can skip the threats. If you wanted to do something to me, you've done it already. Plus, you're smart enough to know not to hurt a cop, even one in my position. Good, I like you. Given your prickly demeanor, I doubt you're working with one of my competitors, and you're definitely not here for your police buddies. Okay, I give up. I have to know. What exactly is it you want to know about Omega? I'm looking for this girl. Her name is Reina. I was told she was involved with the agency somehow. I want to know what happened to her. How very noble of you. Figuring that out might be a bit difficult, as I'm afraid Omega is an extremely recent acquisition. To get back farther, you'll have to talk. To get back farther, you have to talk to its president and former owner, a man named Aiki Higashi. As it so happens that next two of us would like to have a word with him. Like peas in a pod, as two. Unfortunately, when he handed over the business, he became a bit, how should I put it, forgetful about his outstanding debts to us. And the poor thing is so scared of me that she's ignoring all my calls, probably thinking I'd do something awful to him if I found him. I can't imagine how he'd get that idea, can you? Maybe he'd prefer talking to a police officer instead of talking to me. I'm not some green recruit. I know how this works by now. What's the catch? You never tell me where he was and send me on my way for nothing. Of course I wouldn't. You'll have to prove that you can be trusted first. There's someone else I need to talk with, a bit of a softer target than Higashi. Pretty good deal, right? Everything you're looking for in exchange for one little job. What happens if I refuse her? Oh, don't make this more difficult than it has to be. You'll agree eventually, so why fight it? Know a lot about you, top of your class and one of the best detectives on the force. You wouldn't let something as pesky as moral get in the way of a good information, would you? I've heard about you too, Kazumi Mifuno. More accurately, I heard a lot about your father. As you should. My father was a good man. not surprising you know more about him than me. It'll change soon enough. I won't be a footnote in his story much longer. My father always undervalued the power of information, but I really get to know the people I associate with. You, for instance. Everything you've done paints a picture of someone who is very determined and very desperate to find this girl of yours. Don't let other people tell you otherwise, Detective. I think those traits are a wonderful combination. However, it also means you don't have a lot of bargaining power right now. If you don't want to work with me, it's fine. You can go home and quietly overdose on whatever medication they've got you taking instead. Furthermore, I could just refuse your request altogether, but that'd be so boring. You both need something, so let's help out each other instead. Do the job I ask, and I'll tell you what I know about little Higashi. As I was saying, like him, there's another business owner in Akihabara who's unfortunately behind on her payments as well. Such a shame, too. I really wanted a straightforward relationship with this one. See, I help out with a few things, and in exchange she kicks back a little of her business. Sometimes we send over new contracts to renegotiate the terms of a mutually beneficial relationship. Sadly, she's elected to sign the newest one. I'm a cop, not some Yakuza debt collector. Do it yourself. Haha! Suspended cop. You can't parade your badge around as proof that you're some white knight anymore. Due to the recent transition of power, I can't do it myself just this minute. The dogs at Tokyo Police Headquarters start panting whenever me or any of my men are seen outside of Kabukicho. Kabukicho? I'm not asking you to club someone's head in. I'm only asking you to give them a friendly reminder to keep up to date on their paperwork. Easy, right? Here, take it. Do this for me and I'll feel a lot more comfortable giving out information about Omega. Also, I remind you, with your impending review, it would be unseemly if it got out that you were meeting with Yakuza, wouldn't it? Blackmail, huh? Huh. That's such an ugly word. And here I thought we were becoming friends. No. I'm just stating the facts of the situation, is all. The business you're going to go to is a cat cafe in Akihabara. Kazu can give you the address on the way out. Wait, a cat cafe or what? A cat cafe, what else would it be? Well, a cat cafe or a cat mate cafe? What? Are we talking about cats or people dressed like cats? Because a freaking cat cafe, actual cats, adorable, fluffy, precious cat. Why the hell would I invest in some stupid maid cafe? Cats! Normal cats. Damn it, now I'm all worked up. Look, get that goddamn contract signed and we'll talk. Nope, I'm not gonna get that contract signed. Instead, let's see. Let's talk here. Hey, you need something? There's nothing to see here, so why don't you move along? Why should I? You said yourself there's nothing to see after all. Bit of advice for you. If you're trying to keep someone from staying out of your business, I wouldn't lead with nothing to see here. See? She thinks so too. Every time you say nothing to see here, people stop and stare at us instead of actually moving along. Nothing to see here really does kind of make me want to look more, you know? Kind of sinister. Nothing to see here. That's what cops say when there's definitely, without a doubt, something worth seeing. Thanks a lot for the advice, boys. Last I checked, it was you who worked for me, not the other way around. Alright, no need to be so damn touchy. All you're saying is that unless you want every passerby in Kabukicho stopping to stare at us, you could try zipping in. Zip it. That's how you talk to all your employers. You're aware of who I work for, right? Right? Digging a hole is the least of your worries, so do as I say. These trips are the worst. What exactly are you guys doing? All of a sudden, I can't help but wonder what some suit is doing standing by a construction site. Yeah, I have to agree with that little lady on that one. As I can tell, we're pulling up a strip of concrete for no damn reason at all. No reason. Far from it. Scheduled maintenance requested by the building's owner. There are complaints of people falling over or getting hurt because of the uneven pavement. So my employer generously offered her own money to fix it. Maintenance, huh? Seemed perfectly fine to me until we started hacking into it. You seem awfully impatient for us to fill it back in. Maybe it's got something to do with the little thing you had wrapped in cloth before. Shut up, or I'll ask you to dig 2 more holes after this one. 2? No? Oh, I get it! I think that was meant to be some sort of threat. Yes, exactly. I mean, what you said wasn't exactly threatening. Honestly, I felt better. They're trying to imply that he's going to make us have ourselves in concrete. Kind of a boring threat. Fine, that joke. Maybe you should remember you're being paid very generously to be here. So shut it. And you, miss, would you please, kindly move along? As you can see, I'm busy enough with these two without any additional distractions. Now I want to know what he was trying to hide there. Hold up! Don't I know you? Who? Me? Yeah, you, unless you're hiding someone behind your back. Are you the detective whose face was all over the town a few weeks back? Yeah, that's it. How didn't I recognize you before? Hey guys, didn't someone from HQ come by and ask us about her earlier? Maybe we should call it in. Hold on, Danger, you really think that's a good idea? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not losing my job over some nobody detective. Yeah, well, call it into HQ and you might be risking more than your job, if you know what I mean. He's right. Why should we stick our necks out when she hasn't even done anything wrong? Being on leave doesn't mean she can walk around, does it? I'm with you. I doubt I need to remind you boys what happens when you ruffle the wrong feathers at HQ. You guys can't be serious. Look, I'm not saying we arrest her, only you're going to piss off the wrong people, Danger. I don't know how much more obvious I need to be for you to get it. No one, not even the detective here, is worth bringing down her wrath. Especially right now, things aren't exactly on stable ground around here since me from the family shake-up. No need a repeat of Officer Ono. Thanks for promotion one day, and then some anomalous tip come into HQ that Ono's selling a little dope on the side, even got a gun to tie him to a crime scene. Yeah, a gun that's mysteriously gone missing from evidence. Think that story's true? It doesn't really matter if it is or not. The point is, he asked too many questions around here, and now he's in jail. Some police were held hostage by some woman. Screw it, maybe you guys are right. I suppose if that guy from HQ asked him, we can say we didn't see any detectives tonight. That's right, you didn't see you, and you definitely didn't talk to us, got it? Yeah, I got it. Being on the street around here isn't exactly an easy position to be in, huh? Being at the bottom, it doesn't give us a whole lot of options. It's like I'm always stuck between HQ and all the other shit going around here. I'm not sure which is worse, honestly. You read the papers, don't you, Detective? You heard about the Mifune family, right? Yeah, I'm sure she is. That's all you need to say on the subject. You never know who's working for who around here, so put a lid on it. Listen, Detective, whatever you think we are, or what you think goes around here, this is as simple as good cop, bad cop. Remember that. Double Eco might not be perfect, but we do our best to keep the peace, right? Right. Like we said, we're trying our best, so don't cause any trouble for us, and we'll return the favor by not letting HQ know about this. That's plenty scarier than HQ out there. That's for sure. Why don't you move along, Detective? I think I'll do just that. Good luck, officers. Damn, I have a feeling there might be something important back here. Let's see. If I went back in there without even trying to go to Akibara, it doesn't mean make me regret it. Okay. Damn it. I'm curious. Oh. Hello there, little kitty. I'm not going to get the money from here. It's be appreciative for all your help to make him feel better. Although I've had to stop the deliveries of sashimi, even the smell seems to set off his bowels. Another quirk added to an already quirky character. Maybe it's a sign that you were right about the fish. Yeah, listen, we need to talk. Hey there, Tomo. Okay, sure. Where's a serious face? What's wrong? How exactly does the owner of a cat cafe get mixed up with Yakuza? Huh? What do you mean? Hey there, Tomo. Met someone recently who gave me a contract with your name on it to sign. I read it, and it seems like you owe them quite a bit of money. Why? Been around this kind of stuff for a long time. I can't figure out how the cat cafe owes that kind of money. Why, Yakuza, wait, you're working for her? Why? I'm not working for anyone. All I've got is this contract and your name, and I want to know why. Truth is, this place isn't all above board. Or, it is, but it wasn't always. I didn't borrow money or anything that stupid. When I was setting up this place, I was just trying to stay above water. But the building owner kept coming by to complain, and then these government types and health inspectors came knocking. I never realized how complicated opening up a place like this in Tokyo could be. All those rules and regulations. All I ever wanted to was help out the kitties and make people happy. She came by, someone who loved cats as much as I did. She offered to help me smooth things over with everyone. I mean, I saw the tattoos and everything, but I don't think you should judge people because how they look. I still don't. There was no way I was going to stay open and keep my kitties if I didn't get help fast. So I accepted her offer and things got better pretty quickly after that. The building owner stopped complaining and all the permits fell into my lap. Maybe you think I was stupid, but most of the cats here would be stray or dead if I didn't get her help. For a while, I thought I was saved by a guardian angel. After all, she loved the cats and was kind and friendly to me. It's been quiet too. The business with Tomo's bubbles was the first incident I've had in months. About 2 months after accepting her help, when I was closing up the shop, some man showed up with a contract like the one you're holding. They said it was for services rendered or something like that. It wasn't much at the time, so I signed it. I owed her a lot after all, and I was doing pretty well. Only they kept coming back, and every time they came back, they had a new contract. Every contract wanted more and more money. It's gotten out of hand. I can't keep up anymore. Kazumi won't even see me anymore to talk about it. You didn't really think you'd get a favor from the Yakuza for nothing, did you? I wasn't being greedy, Itu. I thought she was trying to help. Helping the only way she knows how. Yeah. Please. You have to help me. The amount of money they've asked for is out of hand. I'm doing well for now, but if they got their way, I'd be out of business. You have to take Kazumi. Please. Tell her that if this place closes down, all these cats, there'll be no place for them to go. The poor kitties. They'll be put down. I can't support them myself. I don't think Animal Services would let me keep them. Couldn't live with myself if that happened. I'm begging you, Itu. Don't do this. Damn it, it doesn't matter what I need from her. I can't make you sign this in good conscience. Hooray! I knew you would prevail. Good would prevail in the end. Thanks. How you get up mixed up with the woman anyway? Need some information from her. Just be careful. I don't know about her, but her fucks are dangerous. Last time they were here, I heard them talking about having to teach a girl from another cafe a lesson or something. Makes me feel sick thinking about it. What else would you expect from guys like that? Breaking legs is probably all they are capable of outside of grunting and drinking. Call me naive, but I don't get how someone can be so two-faced. When I started seeing her face in the papers lately, I couldn't believe it. Surely the ruthless woman they were talking about couldn't be the Casimir I knew, or so I thought. It's like you said, a tiger can't change its stripes, right? Maybe so. At any rate, you should probably be more careful who you trust in the future. Sorry, I didn't mean to wrap you up in all this. Thank you for not making me sign. So, what's your plan? I'm not sure if I really have one. Maybe I can appeal to her kinder self. If she really is a cat lover, I'm sure she wouldn't want to see the little guys hurt, right? Oh no, I've really gone and got myself into trouble, haven't I? Maybe I should go instead. The contract was given to me, so I'd better deal with it myself. Plus, I get the impression that being confined by the cops hasn't put her in a great mood. I'm sure you don't agree, but I still think there's something good in her. Something I can't help but wonder. Sometimes I can't help but wonder if she'd be doing all these things if she didn't grow up into that life. Oh, the kitties loved her when they played with her. Guess they're such good judges of character. I somehow don't think the treatment of animals correlates too much with the treatment of people. It's only starting to feel a little queasy thinking about going back there without the contract. Damn it, Ayami, you really gotten yourself into one this time, haven't you? No point dwelling on it. Hey, Tomo. I've made my mind up and I can't run Yakuza debt collections just because I'm in a tight spot. Take care, don't worry, my kiddies are never wrong in judging someone's character. Yeah, sure. I think of something, but I need you to lay low and maybe close up shop for a while until I sort something out. Hey, what are you doing here? Go back! You won't. Hey there, Tomo. Honestly, little one, I don't want you to get hurt. Go home. Nope. Tomo is now with us. And then he's going to be with her. Not exactly in the mood to dance, I should get going. Okay. Welcome back. I assume you took care of that little nuisance for me? I didn't have a sign it. I couldn't in good conscience ruin someone's life like that. Let me explain something to you. If I give you something to do, you don't come back until it's done. What? You think you're some sort of moral crusader helping out a little guy? What should be telling you anyway? That she was a small town girl who didn't keep up with the big meanies in Tokyo? Put it that way, I guess I do sound like I'm asking a bit much. Did she tell you about all of the cats that kept escaping? Or the ones who wandered into nearby businesses? How about the heaps of trash that were piling up around the place? If it weren't for me getting people off her back and cleaning up the place, those cats would probably be dead by now. What we have here, detective, is a trust issue. You were too quick to take the other side because of who I am. Or at least who you think I am. Pity. Kazu! Yes, boss. Take Ito outside and show her what happens when people disappoint me. Don't be too rough. I don't want a repeat of last time. Oh, and leave her face alone. I hate for someone to see a black eye and think she might be worthy of sympathy. Keep her jacket here, I like it. It's very chic. You know my friends tell me when all the police raids are coming? It's pretty handy, really. As a matter of fact, This one's scheduled for tomorrow. I'll be gone, of course, but if they were to find this jacket, well, who knows what they think? Would be a pity if someone recognized it. Kazu, escort her out. Good luck finding that stupid little girl. Oh, look, the power of Tomo compels you! Hold on, Kazu. Ito, who is this? I guess he's a stowaway from the cat cafe. He is... Huh? I see. I love him! Look at his squishy little face! I can't have a detective beating around such a cute little face. What's his name? Beaten. Oh, I think his name is Tomo. Tomo? That's not much of a name for a man, is it? I shall call you Mr. Marshmallow. About a blackmail and beating. Oh, I forgot it. Really? Oh, good. Oh, Ito, lighten up. You're not a liability unless you start talking to your cop friends. And you wouldn't do that, would you? No, they likely wouldn't believe me at this point anyway. My thoughts exactly, so cheer up! How can you stay mad when looking at these big eyes and those little feet? I look at you and I see a woman whose priorities are all wrong, Ito. You don't appreciate what you have, only what you're looking for, that is, until you find it. But then what? What's left? That said, I was serious about one thing. If you talk to any cops about my business or about my affection for cats or anything like that, Kazu might pay a visit to your apartment and pick up where he left off. But who wants to think about all those logistics of dismembering and disposing of a detective's body when you got these little whiskers rubbing against you? Sachiko was right. You do genuinely love cats. So why make her sign a contract that would end up with her having to put the cats down? Sachiko isn't as perfect and cute as she seems. She might love her cats, but she has strange ways of caring for them. She owes me great debt, and it's my right to collect it. If a cafe is shut down, I'd make sure those cats have a home, though. Though I can't say the same for their owner. This job is about tough decisions, not legal ones like you cops make. My business? You have to sleep with the choices you make, not leave them at the door when you hand the case over to the courts. Mr. Marshmallow likes being picked up. Oh, he's pretty cute. I'm not sure if you meant for this outcome, but I have to say you have some guts coming back like you did. I thought you'd be another pushover cop to keep in my pocket. I underestimated you. And in doing so, I've given you information on one of my weaknesses. It's funny, really. I spend so much time making sure I'm not seen as a weak woman that all these men expect me to be that I don't feel like myself sometimes. Something I'm sure you understand quite well. Tell you what, I'll let you have that one little weakness of mine. It's only fair. I know so many of yours, after all. In a different life, maybe we could have been friends. Kazu, stand down for now. Ito, consider yourself lucky I let you keep your jacket tonight. Understood, boss. Alright. If I get the cafe contract, I'll get one of my boys to deal with it later. What is it you wanted again? I want to speak to Omega's company president, Higashi, about a girl assigned to his agency. That's right, our missing agency president, and one of his many projects. What a despicable little man, I tell you now. I had no problem taking control of the business from him. I left him as president to keep a few of his clients happy. A decision I regret now. People don't make much money when they're dead, detective. No, I want to find him alive. Unfortunately, I'm just as in the dark about where he disappeared as you, I'm afraid. A deal's a deal, though. While you were out, I got an address to one of his old hideouts and the code to get in. I can't guarantee you'll find anything there, but I said I'd tell you what I know, and that's what I know. You haven't sent one of your stooges to check it out for you? Stooges. I like you, but don't push it. As I said earlier, me and my men can't afford to be spotted right now, especially in an area getting so much special attention. Special attention? Doesn't Kabukicho get enough attention on its own? Kabukicho is what it is, but this isn't Kabukicho. This particular spot got its reputation, and subsequently its actual police patrol a bit more recently. In fact, I hear there's still an ongoing investigation going on there. I heard you'd be intimately familiar with that area and the incident that happened there. My condolences on the loss of your partner, Detective Tanaka, by the way. All the papers are rushing to make you out to be incompetent or worse yet, some sort of psychotic killer. Maddening, isn't it? My friends at police headquarters say you two were close. There's no way to lose someone you love. Suppose it's not too much to ask what really happened? Was there really someone there that night? Thanks and condolences, but what happened up that night isn't something I want to discuss right now. Suit yourself. Let's change the subject back to Higashi. It took a bit of digging to find that address. Seems he was keeping a second hideout in Shinjuku under a fake name. Now that we know where he is, he probably knows too. I highly doubt he'd be stupid enough to stay holed up in it. But I also doubt he'd be smart enough to completely clear the place out before he left town either. There's probably something in there that should lead us right to him. Yet what do you want? Then let Kazu know where the slime is so we can straighten him out. He'll get those fantasies of running away out of his head. The code to the door is 11235. It's the only keypad lock on the street. You can't miss it. What's it worth? I wish you good luck finding your little girl, but remember, you can't save them all, Ayami Ito. Oh, and Ito. Thanks for bringing Mr. Marshmallow to me. Being holed up in one place for the last few weeks can be a bit taxing. You know, I remember he lost fresh fish. Fresh fish, huh? Such kid certainly does have an eccentric taste. Kazu, go pick up some sashimi. Right away, boss. Okay, I wonder if they can do something with that evidence that's clearly hidden there. So I'm actually gonna call this little episode right here, right now, and get right to record the other one. You might wonder why doing 2 episodes like this, and I will answer you, no idea. But I'm doing it anyway. So see you right around the corner for a second episode of Tokyo Dark. Goodbye!